Hi, if you're a Virgo, born August 23rd to September 22nd, what can you expect for the month of September 2015? Let's tune in and find out. Well, there's a lot going on, and right away I see fireworks. So, fireworks can mean many things. They can mean excitement and happy, or they can mean sparks of anger or frustration. Not frustration, but blowing up explosions, right? So, first of all, it's a huge month. There's all sorts of planetary action. We've got Venus goes direct September 6th, and then there's a partial solar eclipse September 13th. We have a Mercury retrograde September 17th until October 9th. And then there's another full moon lunar eclipse September 28th. So for Virgos, let's just look down. Let's just start with your relationship and giving all these things that are occurring, how it's going to affect your relationship. So if you're in a partnership already, okay? So if you're in a partnership already, you're going to find there's going to be a small window of opportunity where you're going to be able to go to the past and complete some things. So things where you were unhappy or dissatisfied, there'll be an open communication. That could also mean that a loved one could come back into your life, somebody that this could be a divorce situation. It could be just ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, could be an ex-boss, an ex scenario comes back into your life. For healing, for an opportunity to heal, be heard. I don't necessarily feel like it's starting over. It feels more like it's closure. And the reason I say closure is because we have this full moon lunar eclipse September 28th. So it could be bringing closure in a new cathartic way for you around relationships, Virgo. So it could be somebody coming back to you. I would think would happen sometime when Mercury goes retrograde, which would be after September 17th. We also, with the Venus going direct for you, it also means that you're going to be in a healthy state of mind. You'll be able to cope. You'll be able to handle this individual coming back and bringing completion to you. So this is a good thing. It could also mean for some of you, it could be, a negative thing where somebody is trying to extort money from you, or they're trying to steal from you, and you're going to see an abrupt end to it. So either you pay them and you're done, or they're in handcuffs and it's done, but it's like an abrupt end, right? So, and all of this is affecting you, Virgos, in your throat. Suddenly I can't talk. So just be aware there's some big energy with it. Some of it's healing, some of it's completion. For those of you that have had those sorts of issues in the past, you may get a chance to get your day in court, so to speak, or to finalize it, right, with that individual towards the end of the month. In terms of your current partnership, this is also an opportunity for you to bridge the gap and to get what you want for a change. Compromising, and let's say your spouse traditionally loves to watch football every chance they get, and you're just not a fan, right? It feels like there can be some compromise around this season where you're able to say, listen, if you're going to do this, I'm going to do that. Or I will go to this many games with you if you do this with me. So there's a compromise in the relationship about you getting something that you want, so you no longer have to be the effect of it. So there's a good opportunity for you to be able to compromise with your current partner about something that you want. Yeah, that feels really good. Okay, so now for those of you that aren't in a relationship, but seeking a relationship, let's see what your opportunity for love looks like this month. Well, first of all, right away, I'm feeling so much relief. After September 6th, like I said, when Venus goes direct, which is the planet of love and beauty and physical health and grace, it's really going to open you up to really feeling, well, first of all, more sexy, more vibrant, more happy, more whole. So it has a personal effect on you in giving you more energy back. I feel kind of like less worried and less concerned. So there's going to be, you're going to feel better, and that inner energy or that inner light is going to help you to be able to attract a better type of soulmate for you. So there may be a big or a nice opportunity for you around September 11th. It feels like there could be an opportunity to cross paths with somebody new, somebody that's interesting, which is nice. It's before the retrograde happens. So I do feel like that first 2 weeks of September is a nice opportunity to actually meet somebody new. And it may be meeting them through an avenue that you never thought possible. In other words, you may be doing something that you never do or someplace you never go. And now I don't want you to seek this out because it never works. It never works when you go, oh, maybe I'll go there because I've never gone there before and I'm going to find him. That isn't the way when we try to logically manipulate things to create a situation to meet someone, it just doesn't work that way. This is just an automatic thing. It's just it is something that you let go and you trust, and you find yourself in this place. And whether that is, a store you've never gone to or an event you've never, that all of a sudden there's a last minute invite that comes in and you accept it. It's those random, what feels random to you. It's not thought out. It's not planned. So you end up at this kind of unusual event and or situation, place you haven't gone before, where there's the potential for meeting this new individual, okay? Or it's either that or it's connected with an unusual type of conversation. There's something unusual about it. That's all I want to say about it. It's unusual, something you haven't done before, where you may meet this person. And by the way, it doesn't mean that they're weird or that they're like, somebody you've never dated before. It could be that this person is very much like you and is also finds himself at this place going, what am I doing here? Or this is really interesting, or, so it's like that. So don't read too much into it. Just if you get those unusual invites or you find yourself in an unusual situation, pay extra close attention. There may be somebody worthwhile there that you may want to get to know or spend a little more time with, okay? Now, let's look at your career or money situations for Virgo. There may be something coming in that you need to pay out that, and it could be anything, those frustrating things like parking tickets or overdue library books. That wouldn't be too bad because it wouldn't be too big of a fine, right? But things that are overdue, past due, there's a real strong possibility that it may end up on your windshield or in your mailbox for something that you forgot about, or even it's just, even that you got so busy that you forgot to pay your credit card bill on time, and you get a late notice for that, right? So it's a past due charge or past due bill that you can actually end up receiving. For some of you, this can mean a penalty, which can be a lot because it had to do with taxes, and it could be very, very costly for you. So if that's the case, you want to get your, if this jars your memory, get a handle on it before and see if you can minimize how much that's going to cost, to try and save yourself some money. In addition, let's see if there's anything positive about money this month. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, nice. This is what I like to see. This kind of like landslide coming in around September 15th, just money coming into you. Some of it may be a loan for you. Some of it could be student loans. Some of it could be a bridge loan on our house, or just a loan for a car, or a loan for a house. It could also, some of you could be judgments, cases, a court case that you are winning, or a judgment against a company or an individual that harmed you in some way. So there's money coming in, and it feels like it's a nice chunk. This doesn't feel small. This like the damages or the repair or the payment that I was talking about, the late fines, those things, that seems small to me. This is big. This is big money coming in on it, and it doesn't feel unexpected either. It's like there's an expectation or an anticipation that it's about time. This should be showing up soon, and and it's going to. Okay, so it's going to. But it doesn't feel unexpected to me. So it is something that you're somewhat aware of. Okay, and then let's look at your health, Virgo. Okay, it does feel like it's going to get better. I'm having this little bit of breathing or sinus and chest congestion. So you want to guard against that. You want to take care of your health. Want to beef up your B12s and your things to make sure that you're healthy, and use the little hand sanitation wipes and things like that that help keep your health on track. And I do feel like it is going to get stronger. So if you've been if you've had kind of like a summer bug or something going on, you're going to see a return to health in this month. It's going to get better. And so for some of you also, they're showing me like the lunar eclipse that happens on September 28th, that particular eclipse, for some of you who are doing certain procedures for, let's say, cancer treatments or certain procedures for stem cells or something, you're going to see an end to that and new beginnings coming for you after that. So either you're completing that or you're finding something that it could be even something new that comes in, because there's a partial new moon solar eclipse for you that could be also giving in your health a new diagnosis, and then by the end of that lunar eclipse, a couple weeks later, that you're already know what you're doing, and you're already focused on ending old bad habits that aren't good for you, old ways of doing things that aren't good for you. So I like the opportunity for you to be able to really feel better about yourself and get healthy. So let's look at unexpected events for you this month. So this is a month where you're going to have more opportunity to be heard, more choice. People are going to want to know what you have to say and lean in. There's going to be an opportunity for you to get some things off your chest, some things that you've wanted to say that you haven't said. There's a little bit of standing up for yourself that's going to happen this month. And it could be anything from, let's say you're working and you want to quit, but your spouse doesn't want you to quit your job. It feels like there's an opportunity for justice to happen. So there's some things that are going to be corrected through justice. It's not fair when you went to law school, I worked and put you through school. Now you've been an attorney for 10 years. I want to stay home with the kids, or I want to go write my novel. It's time for you to take care of me. So there's some justice here that's justice is going to be served. So now it's your turn to kind of get what you want. So there's a flipping in the universe that's happening. When we have eclipses, they're short, they're big bursts of energy. So the solar eclipse is the new moon around September 13th. So that means that energy is amplified in the universe. So anything that you want to plant in the universe, new ideas, new conversations, that's a great time to do it. And you want to do it before September 17th or even I'd say maybe September 15th. So you could do it as early as maybe the week before, right? And because you can start to, that new moon energy starts to come in a whole week before. So you can start planting that new seeds after Venus goes direct. So anytime like September 7th on, you can start planting new seeds up until like the September 15th or 16th. So that's the time to make your phone calls. That's the time to do your pitches. And of course, it's going to be the strongest around that September 13th, 14th period, right? Where that partial new moon solar eclipse comes in. So that's the time when you really want to pitch your ideas and you really want to pitch what you want and what you want to do, right? And people are going to lean into you. They're going to want to follow through and find out exactly what you're up to. And so it's a good time for you to put things in forward motion. Let me see if there's anything else unexpected for you, Virgo. This month also can be draining. I mean, it's in your sign, right? This solar eclipse is in your sign of Virgo. So it's this big burst of energy. But when you get a big burst of energy, what's on the other side of that, right? It's like the fall. So in order to not have that decline, do your best to pace yourself. Do your best to listen to your health, and when you're tired, take a break. And those sorts of things. It's the big sun energy. So it's like anything. You know how you go to the beach and you just love it and it's a great day, but by the end you're exhausted and you're tired and you're wiped out. It can be a little bit like that this month of September. So a lot of fun. It's like a day at the beach, but at the end of the day you're like, oh, it takes work to have fun. It's a little bit like that. Like it can be a really good time, but there's some undercurrents that can try your patience. Like going to a crowded beach on a holiday, it's like, oh my God, trying to get there in the traffic. And so there's some patience that has to do, this is a metaphor, by the way, okay? So it is some patience for you guys. And in doing so, you're going to have more energy. You're going to have a lot of fun this week. And it's this month. So it's really a good opportunity. I just want to go back. Here in the States, we have Labor Day, which is a long 3-day weekend, the first weekend of September. That's going to be nice. It feels enjoyable. It feels a little bit, like the dog days of summer. So it's a little bit more relaxing than when you get on these roller coasters. There may be a little hiccup, something that happens, a little hiccup for you, that holiday weekend, but not that big a deal. Something that you can handle. It's like you're quick on your feet, and it's not a big deal. Okay, Virgo. Well, you have a big month, a lot of stuff jam-packed in for you. So enjoy, have an amazing month, and happy birthday to all of you. Have an amazing month. Enjoy it and celebrate who you are. And I look forward to connecting with you again next month. And if you enjoy my intuitive astrology, please share it with your friends, like it on Facebook, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month.